In America, a single three-digit number determines your access to almost every major financial milestone. It dictates what you drive and where you live. If you're cautious with money, your first instinct is to avoid borrowing altogether to stay safe. But opting out of this system triggers a significant, invisible financial penalty. Take two people standing on the exact same lot, looking to buy the exact same $30,000 car. This chart shows the disparity in their outcomes. Buyer A, holding a 780 credit score, secures a low interest rate. Buyer B, with a 580 score, is charged thousands of dollars more in interest for the identical vehicle. Participating in the credit system minimizes the hidden taxes lenders apply to your essential purchases. Banks used to measure trust manually, tracking historical data points of reliability across miles of physical paper files. Today, that process is automated. The industry standard for this automation is the FICO score. It ranges from 300 to 850, and it is the definitive metric for 90% of lenders. Finding a clear path to improve this number is difficult because the internet is saturated with conflicting advice and myths about how the algorithm actually works. We are going to analyze the FICO system through an ROI lens, identifying which specific actions generate the highest score impact for the least amount of wasted effort. Treating credit as a mathematical calculation makes the results repeatable and the system entirely predictable. This chart maps the most efficient path. The horizontal axis measures effort, while the vertical measures score impact. Payment history is the most powerful variable, dictating 35% of your total score. The algorithm strictly checks if you pay on time, every single time. Securing this portion of your score requires strict cash flow management to ensure automatic payments never overdraw your account. Credit utilization accounts for another 30%. If you have a $1,000 limit and spend $900, you're at 90%, a sign of financial distress. Keeping reported balances below 10% signals consistent stability to the algorithm. Mastering just these two inputs controls 65% of the entire FICO algorithm, offering the highest reward for the lowest relative risk. Many people actively lose money by following myths that provide zero algorithmic benefit. A prevalent myth suggests that you must carry a monthly balance to build credit. Carrying a balance triggers interest rates as high as 30%. This strictly enriches the bank while providing no improvement to your FICO score. Your credit mix, or account variety, only accounts for 10% of the calculation. Taking an unnecessary loan to diversify debt is a low ROI move, exposing you to high interest for a negligible score bump. The U.S. credit algorithm never requires you to pay interest to achieve a perfect score. Length of credit history accounts for 15% of your score. The system values deep, long-standing data points over recent financial activity. Closing your oldest, unused credit cards is one of the most common errors in financial management. Closing an old card creates a double penalty. It spikes your utilization by shrinking your total available credit, and it simultaneously deletes your oldest record of reliability. It is the exact equivalent of intentionally removing a massive structural foundational support beam simply because it looks old. Leaving an old zero-fee card active is a higher ROI action than attempting to oversimplify your wallet. The correct credit strategy depends entirely on your specific starting line. This decision tree maps the specific sequence of actions based on your current financial profile. If you have no credit history, follow the secured card path. This requires an upfront cash deposit to open your first line of credit. This locks up liquidity to establish the critical payment history needed for future approvals. If you have accounts but a stagnant store, prioritize utilization management. Use cards for routine expenses and pay the full balance before the statement closes. Diagnosing your specific scenario correctly prevents you from applying the right strategy to the wrong financial situation. Treat a credit card as a high-precision financial tool rather than a supplement to your income. Like any heavy machinery, it performs efficiently when you follow the rules, but it will quickly tear through your finances if you ignore them. Using credit cards as a disciplined pass-through for cash you already have creates a major systemic advantage. It secures the lowest mortgage rates and the most effective financial leverage. Building a top-tier score requires a background protocol of consistent financial hygiene, where behavioral